guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley. So today I'm trying out a really cool new product that just came out a couple weeks ago on Sephora, and I decided to pick it up, and that was the Urban Decay Velvetizer. So this is a 2-in-1 powder. You can actually mix this in with your liquid foundation to make it have more coverage, and maybe for oily it would help for like mattifying purposes. And then it's also just like a loose setting powder. So I'll just show you right now what it looks like inside. It's a very finely milled powder, so I don't want to spill it everywhere. So you can mix this in the foundation or set, like I said. So today that's what we're doing. We're mixing it in with the foundation, and we're going to set with it with our under eyes and everywhere we put concealer. So if you guys would like to see how this product works and what I think about this, then please just keep watching. Okay, so here is what it looks like. It just has a velvet, obviously the name Velvetizer. It has like a velvet strip that's purple around it, and it comes in this nice little jar. You can see all my fingerprints on it. But this has 0.28 ounces in it, so not a full ounce of powder, but a pretty good size amount. So this is a translucent mix in mediums. So what it claims on Sephora is you can actually mix this powder in with any foundation to make it have more coverage, and maybe if you're more oily, maybe this will help with your oils. I don't know, I'm not oily, I'm dry, so we're going to see how this works out for my skin. But I have used this just to set under the eyes, and I did notice that it gave me that velvety, smooth look under the eyes, but it did oxidize, which I'm not crazy about because I am so, pale, and so it oxidizing underneath my eyes, it kind of threw off my foundation. But today I'm going to try and mixing it in with my foundation, and then also I'll show you how it oxidizes. I'll set under my eyes. Maybe it won't look like it oxidizes since we're going to mix it in with the foundation. But yeah, so we're just going to try that out today because I have not actually tried the technique where you mix it in the foundation, because that kind of scares me. Like mixing powder in a liquid, kind of weird, but we're going to try it out today. So I'm going to take one of my Holy Grail foundations, which is the Too Faced Born This Way, just because I know I like this foundation. So I wanted to use something I know I like, obviously, not try something new. But first we're going to prime, and the primer I've been loving and I've been using every day is this Pourable Primer. As you can tell, I've used a crap ton of it. And this is just a smoothing primer, so it's not going to make it necessarily last longer like the makeup, but it will make my skin more smooth, and it's supposed to fill in any fine lines and pores. So I'm just going to put this on before we move on to mixing. Okay, so I have this paper plate here and this spoon, so I'm just going to squirt out some foundation on the paper plate like that. And then I guess we're just going to tap in some powder. It says to use a dime size amount, so I'm just going to throw some powder in there like that. And I'm just going to mix it up with the other side of this spoon to see how it blends. Now I will say this is a very finely milled powder, so this is going to be really interesting. Okay, so there it is all mixed up, and I've been liking applying my foundation lately with a foundation brush, and I got this new one from Morphe. It's the Y7, so we're just going to be blending this on the skin with this brush, and we'll see if I think it feels any different. Okay, so first impression, it just kind of makes the foundation a little bit thicker, I think. Not as a liquidy texture, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected. If you're putting a powder in a liquid, it's going to make it more thicker. Okay, so now I have all the foundation on. I would definitely say it just took this foundation from medium to full. It almost completely covered up my birthmark, as you can see over here. And it just covered everything completely. It just made that foundation go from medium to full. It is amazing. So I'm pretty impressed so far. Now I will say, if you had really dry skin, mine's more normal right now, but if you had dry patches, I'm not sure if you would like this technique, because it might emphasize it, because it is a thicker consistency when you blend it with your foundation. And it's a little bit cakey around my nose, but I'm going to try to blend that out when I do concealer. Maybe that'll help. But everywhere else looks really good and really full coverage, so I'm excited to see how this wears. So now I'm just going to apply some concealer, and I'll show you how it works when just like setting your under eyes with the powder if you didn't want to mix it in. So for the very inner corner of my eye, I'm going to be taking Tarte Shape Tape in Fair, and I just put this right in the very inner part of my eye just to really brighten right there. And then I do it down the bridge of my nose. And then for the rest of my face, I use the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in Ivory. And I'm just going to be blending this out with my Morphe sponge. Okay, so now that we've set everywhere with concealer, we're going to start setting with the powder so I can show you what it looks like that way. This powder is really finely milled, so it's kind of hard to bake with it because it doesn't like really layer because it just like blends into the skin. And it is really smooth powder. I just find it kind of oxidizes on me, but we'll see how it works with it already having on my skin with the foundation. So I'm just going to start setting under the eye. Okay, so I don't know if you can see a difference, but this eye did get a little bit darker than this eye, and so that's why I like to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to use this powder because it is so fair and brightening that when it oxidizes, it still kind of brightens. But yeah, as you can tell, it did darken that just a little bit, but it's okay. It kind of bothers me if I like really wanted a bright under eye, but for today, it's fine because I really just wanted to show y'all what it does on my skin. But I do like the look it gives, like the smoothness and how it looks really nice and not, like you can't tell I have powder, like it doesn't look dry and gross, like it looks really smooth. So I like what it does, I just don't like that it oxidizes. It's not even that it oxidizes, it just like goes on darker, like it doesn't go on like a true translucent powder. It kind of has like a yellowish tint to it, so it just kind of goes on a little darker than like what I need, but it's fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the rest of the areas that I put the concealer with that powder. Then I'm just going to dust away the excess with a setting brush. Okay, so this is how the skin looks with everything set, and with the powder mixed in with the foundation, I think everything looks really smooth and like velvety like it claims. I do agree with that. It does make your skin look really flawless and smooth and really full coverage if you mix it in. So if you're looking for that and like you want to wear, you know, whatever foundation you want and add a little bit more coverage to it, I think this is a good way to go. This product is kind of expensive. I think it was $38. So, I mean, it is pricey for just a translucent powder, but I think it's cool that you can mix it in with any foundation and give it that extra coverage. And then what I really think it's cool for is if you do have really oily skin, I think this product would be so good for you if you have trouble finding a foundation that, you know, doesn't really keep your oils at bay, or like you really love foundation, but throughout the day, you know, it doesn't keep you matte, and so you need to set with a lot of powder. I think this would be a really great product for you to try out. But I think it looks really good so far, so I'm going to go apply the rest of my makeup and come back and we'll see how everything applied on top, and yeah. Okay, you guys, so this is how the foundation powder is looking with all my makeup on. I think everything went on really smooth, as you can see. There's nothing harsh, everything went on really nice, no patchiness. Sometimes if I don't set my face with powder, my bronzer kind of goes on a little patchy. I have to work a little harder to blend it out. Since I think we mixed the powder in the foundation, it kind of eliminated where I didn't have to set my whole face, you know. And everything went on just so smooth. I just love how it looks. My face looks pretty smooth, pretty flawless right now, pretty good, full coverage. I really like it. I really like how it feels. I think this is going to wear really well. I don't really have problems with my foundations, like, you know, fading throughout the day, just because I do have the more dry normal skin, so nothing's really causing it to come off, you know. I don't get oily. But yeah, I really like how my makeup looks today. It looks really nice. Everything is sitting really well on the skin. The only thing I will say is for my taste anyways, it's kind of cakey around my nose. But it's not like terrible. It's not like gross, nasty cakey. Here, I'll try to get closer. I don't know if you guys can tell around my nose. But I just think everything looks really nice. But yeah, so I really enjoyed, you know, trying out this powder in a different way, because I think that's really interesting that they have come up with this concept, because I've never heard of it before. So yeah, so far I give this a 2 thumbs up. So that is it for this video. I will update you guys on that powder, but I am going to be doing a favorites video soon, so I might include that, you know, if it really turns out to be really good. So I'll update you either there or in this description box. But so far my first impressions is 2 thumbs up. I really like it, and I don't think it emphasized any dryness, just because I don't have any dryness right now. And like I said, if you're oily, I definitely think that you should go get this product. At least that's what I think. Like right now, I haven't worn this all day, obviously, because I think it would keep you, you know, matte throughout the day, since it does have that powder in the foundation. Yeah, I really enjoyed testing out this new product for you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to see more videos from me, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!